You hold up a piece of paper with your name written on it and look in the mirror. The letters appear backwards, reading from right to left instead of left to right. But wait, why is the text flipped horizontally but not vertically? Your head is still at the top and your feet at the bottom. What makes mirrors so selective about which direction they choose to reverse? Here's the mind-bending truth. Mirrors don't actually reverse left and right at all. In fact, they don't reverse anything. What you're experiencing is one of the most common optical illusions created not by the mirror, but by your own brain's assumptions about how the world should work. To understand this puzzle, we need to think carefully about what mirrors actually do. A mirror is essentially a perfect light bouncer. It reflects light rays back at exactly the same angle they arrive. When light from your face hits the mirror, it bounces straight back to your eyes, creating an image that shows exactly what's in front of the mirror's surface. Your right hand appears in the same position as your right hand. Your left eye aligns with your left eye, and your nose sits directly in front of your nose. So if mirrors don't reverse anything, where does this left-right confusion come from? The answer lies in a simple experiment you can try right now. Take a transparent sheet of plastic or a clear piece of glass and write your name on it with a marker. Hold it up, facing away from you. Then look at it from behind. The letters appear backwards, don't they? But you haven't used a mirror at all. You've simply viewed the writing from the opposite side. This is exactly what happens when you hold a sign up to a mirror. The act of turning the sign around to face the mirror is what creates the backwards appearance, not the mirror itself. You've flipped the sign before the mirror ever gets involved. The mirror is just faithfully showing you what you've presented to it. Think of it this way. Imagine you're looking at someone standing across from you. If that person holds up a sign with text facing toward them, you would see the text backwards from your perspective. The mirror creates the same situation. It's as if there's a person standing behind the mirror's surface, and you're seeing what they would see. But why don't we notice this same reversal with top and bottom? Here's where human psychology enters the picture. We typically turn objects around by rotating them left to right because that's the most natural motion for our arms and hands. When you want to show something to a person across from you, you instinctively rotate it around a vertical axis, bringing the right edge over to the left and vice versa. You rarely flip things upside down to show them to someone else. The real direction that mirrors reverse is front to back, or what scientists call the Z-axis. Everything that was closest to you is now farthest from you in the mirror image, and everything that was farthest from you is now closest. Your right hand is still on the right side, and your left hand is still on the left side. But the palm that was facing toward you is now facing away from you in the mirror world. This front-to-back reversal becomes clear when you consider your reflection's perspective. If you raise your right hand while looking in a mirror, the person in the mirror raises their right hand too. But from their point of view, they're facing the opposite direction from you. It's the same as if you were looking at a real person standing opposite you. When you raise your right hand, their right hand appears to be on your left side from your perspective. Here's another way to think about it. Imagine you're wearing a t-shirt with text on the front. In a mirror, you can read that text backwards. But the text isn't actually reversed left to right. It's reversed front to back. You're seeing the text as if you were standing behind yourself, looking at the front of your shirt from the inside. The confusion becomes even clearer when you consider how we interpret faces. Human faces are roughly symmetrical, so when we see our reflection, our brain doesn't immediately notice that anything is wrong. But photographs often look wrong to us when they show our true appearance rather than our mirror image, because we're so accustomed to seeing ourselves reversed front to back This phenomenon reveals something profound about how our brains construct reality. We don't just passively receive visual information, we actively interpret it based on our expectations and experiences. The left-right reversal in mirrors is actually a product of our mental model of how objects should behave when we rotate them to face different directions. The next time you look in a mirror, remember that you're not seeing a reversed version of yourself. You're seeing an exact reflection of what's in front of the mirror. The only thing that's truly reversed is your perspective on the situation. You're experiencing the world from a point of view that your brain interprets as backwards, creating an illusion that says more about human perception than it does about the physics of reflection. In those moments of mirror confusion, you're witnessing the remarkable way your mind constructs spatial relationships and makes sense of the world. Sometimes the most ordinary experiences hide the most extraordinary insights about how we perceive reality itself.